so I kind of wanted to talk about it because it is a problem within the Black community. Arabs do not see us as the same. They see us as less than, and it doesn't just go for Black people. Anybody who's outside of that spectrum of Arab, and I am Arab, and I was born Arab, and I speak Arabic, and I have light skin, because let's get that straight, because there are a lot of dark-skinned Arabs who go through the same qualms as Black people, or the same, not qualms, but the same problems as Black people when it comes to being Muslim, being Black inside of Islam. People treat us as different. People don't treat us the same. And I don't really know why this is an argument. It really is not an argument. Rather, let's make it a dialogue. Let's make it something to talk about, because at the end of the day, it's something that exists. Things that happen, such as people not praying next to Black people, or people calling Black people Abid or Abid, or however you pronounce it, is a real situation. And so rather than saying that, no, it's not all of us, it's just some of us, and please don't group us together, I'm gonna group you together, because the person that's silent and doesn't speak up against it is just as bad as the person that said it, to me, in my mind. If you're racist mom, or your racist dad, or your racist grandfather, or your racist grandmother, yes, respect your elders, but at the same time, you need to be the one to speak up against it, because racism is racism. Wrong is wrong. I don't care how old you are. And that's probably why I'm really proud to be Black, because in the Black community, wrong is wrong. And yes, you do respect your elders, but to an extent. If your mom is being racist, Mom, you're being racist right now. If your dad is being homophobic, Dad, you're being homophobic right now. And it's not this whole hierarchy, and that's what I see inside of the Arab community, is that there's this hierarchy of like, I can't go against my mom or my dad because, you know, I owe everything to them. And of course, you owe everything to your parents. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it wrong. Don't disrespect them. But this dynamic, this whole thing of I can't talk to them like they're human beings, because that's what they are. Their shit stinks just like yours. You need to say something about it. You need to do something about it, because it's a problem. You know, to say that there's not slavery, I keep saying slavery because it's on my mind. I was just studying the not studying because I knew about it, but the the sub-Saharan slave trade in North Africa, like, that's a thing. And anytime there's a gap between slavery in 2017 and however hundreds of years, there's always going to be a deep-rooted issue that needs to be talked about, whether it's in the Black community versus the white community, and the dynamic between slavery between the white man and the Black man over in Europe or in the United States. Let's not forget Hispanics, because they definitely dove into it too, or Arabs. Like, there's an issue. And it's up to this generation, the generation that I'm sitting now inside of, to say, I'm not gonna be part of that. You know what? I'm not gonna be a part of that. You know what? I'm gonna marry that Black girl because I really like her. There was a time where I was at this Maghreb event, and I don't know if you guys know about it, but basically Yasser Barjaz spoke. He's a teacher, sheikh, or whatever, and you know, it was the Love Note series, and so everybody was of course there to like find their soulmate. Like, mad people were there trying to find their soulmates, and all of a sudden this beautiful Saudi guy walked in, and I was like, who is that, and what's his name, and how can I get with him? And he was looking at me too. Haram, but he was looking at me too, and I was like, how can I get with him? And so basically what happened was, I told my friend's brother, like, I pushed him, I was like, get your ass over there. Found out his name, and it was like love at first sight. He was like, feeling the chocolate, and I was feeling the vanilla, and I was how can we swirl that? And so basically basically what happened was he was like, you know, he was like all for it, but then he like thought about his mother. And then all of it came as we were driving home to Ohio, because I live in Ohio. It all came crashing down, and he was so pumped, and then all of a sudden he was so not pumped. And it was all because of his racist mom. Like, his mother did not want him to marry a black girl. And that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, your parents shouldn't dictate who you love, how you practice your Islam, who you are as a person. They're the guide. Like, say there's like a train and then there's the tracks, right? Your parents are the tracks, but if you're the conductor or whatever this fucking metaphor, I'm sorry about the cursing, but whatever this metaphor is going towards, if you're the train and you can control yourself, if you see the tracks falling off a cliff, come on, we're gonna get off of those tracks and divulge into something else. And that's exactly what you have to do if you're a part of the Arab community. And I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but you can't just say my parents. You have to say you. And at the end of the day, it's not just these parents, it's these kids too. They really feel like they are up here and black people are down there. I see them in colleges. I see them like hanging rather they would rather hang out with the white kids than the black kids. It's like, boo, like we could be a collective because we're all Muslim at the end of the day, but you rather not be because of the color of my skin. Like, I'm not the color of my baby. Like, my stepdad is Egyptian. Like, I'm very intelligent, but you see me as an abd, you see me as somebody who is less than, and that's not okay. And and I had a whole 4-hour conversation with this guy. Like, it's not all Arabs. It's not all Arabs. Well, whenever somebody says it's not all, guess what? It's a majority. It's not all white people. It's a majority. It's not all black people. It's a majority. It's not all Arabs. It's a majority, and the majority dictates the tone, whether the racism is up here or is down there. It's just what it is. Like, just accept it. Accept that there's a majority and keep it moving. And then have a dialogue. But if you're too pussyfoot to say, okay, all these freaking MSAs, like, sorry, you're not really doing anything for the community if you're not setting a dialogue. People are afraid to talk about hijab. Even me sometimes, because, you know, I don't always wear the proper hijab, but it's a problem. People are afraid to talk about interracial relationships within Islam. Interracial relationships. I mean, we can't all just marry the same people over and over. Like, I mean, at some point we gotta mix it up, because there's not even a level playing field for women in the first place. And so you're telling me that as a Palestinian woman, I have to marry another Palestinian man? Like, I had a friend who had to marry a Palestinian man, and because her parents said, no, you have to marry a Palestinian, honey. And that's what she did. She followed her parents. I mean, you don't want to break up the family, but at the same time, you cannot be inside of a family who promotes racism. Who promotes racism. Even my parents, sometimes if I hear something racist, I'm like, And black people cannot be racist, but we can definitely be prejudiced. We can hold people to this weird, archaic standard, okay? We definitely do that. And so, look, it needs to be a dialogue between, you know, blacks and Arabs. So, all right, thank you. If you like this video, please comment and definitely subscribe. This is my first video. I know I ranted. I really didn't talk about it too much. I'm not one of those people who like, I got all the facts, because I don't, but I definitely have all of the words. If you want to see a certain type of video, the tone for the YouTube, I guess, is going to be kind of like black people meet. No, I'm just joking. It's gonna be like it's gonna be politics, pop culture, all types of different things. But at the end of the day, like, if there's something that you want to see that you find very interesting, whether it be a book, even those are going out of style, even though talk about it. If you want to talk about something within your culture, I'm cool with that. If you want to talk about makeup, okay, just don't make that an everyday thing, because there's too many people talking about fashion, makeup, this, that, and the third that I see on YouTube, but we're not talking about the issues, especially in the Muslim community. Like, alhamdulillah, there's a lot of Muslim bloggers, Muslim bloggers, and fashion and stuff like that, but there are real issues happening. Donald Trump is president. Like, I mean, I don't know where he's gonna deport me to. Back to Jamaica. Let it go. Oh, okay. All right, I'm out of here. Move.